Hi everybody, let's get into some popular varietals. Let's look at our white wines. So while red wine seems to be the preferred vino for connoisseurs, whites are an ideal choice for everything from getting toasty with your mom to eating a bowl of salad or doing both at the same time, which sounds kind of fun to me. White wines in some ways come in a wider diversity of styles than red wines. But if you don't really know the difference between a buttery Chardonnay and a citrus accented Pinot Grigio, then how can one walk into a wine store with confidence or order from an extensive wine list with any semblance of certainty? Wine truly is an investment, and how can you be expected to invest wisely if you don't know what you're talking about? So let's get into some detail and discuss some more of our white wines. Okay, so let's talk about some of the more popular white varietals out there. And let's start with Pinot Grigio or Pinot Gris. This is a pink grape mutation of Pinot Noir that's most famous for its zesty style. It is light to medium in body, always crisp and usually dry. You can usually pick out a Pinot Grigio by its light yellow, almost straw-colored tint, and in most cases you can expect a citrusy taste with even green apple notes. One of the reasons Pinot Grigio is such a crowd pleaser is because the varietal is pretty consistent, no matter where it comes from. If you order a glass of Pinot Grigio or a bottle, almost anywhere in the world, you should expect basically the same experience. So some of the best foods to pair with your Pinot Grigio. Pinot Grigios can have strong fruit notes that cut through some weaker foods, so pair carefully. It makes an excellent pairing with light white meats, seafood, and foods with a certain fruit element like lemon or orange. A nice creamy pasta is definitely a good choice here, or a robust citrus-based salad. Pinot Grigio is also one of those wines that are great on its own, so don't feel pressured like you have to pair it with food necessarily. Sauvignon Blanc, my favorite. This grape is unique tasting with strong herbaceous flavors. This is more on the dry side, slightly tart with hints of fruit and definitely more acidic than say a classic Chardonnay. My ideal Sauvignon Blanc is probably a zippy New Zealand variety, such as our Moscato Sauvignon Blanc. Often you'll get a really nice, subtle mineral and earthy taste, but not enough to throw off the layers of citrus. It's an excellent wine to drink on its own, without food. It's bright, refreshing, and can stand alone as an experience. The best foods to pair with your softer Sauvignon Blanc: any type of cheese or charcuterie, but ones with a more mineral taste will go better with fresh seafood. Let's talk a little bit about the ever popular Chardonnay. This is one of the world's most popular grapes, originally from Burgundy in France. It's made in a wide range of styles, from sparkling Blanc de Blanc to rich, creamy white wines aged in oak. A lot of people consider Chardonnay to be a safe bet, something light, easy, and comfortable. But in reality, it's a lot more full-bodied and aggressive than you may think. The profile can also vary greatly depending on the region. Chardonnay is thought by many to be standard white wine. On a whole, it will usually be velvety and full. But American Chardonnay will typically be creamy and more buttery than some of those that come from the Burgundy region of France. For comparison, an unoaked Chardonnay, meaning not aged in oak barrels, will often have a much lighter body and carry some stronger, fruitier flavors that might be absorbed during the process. Some of the best foods to pair with your Chards. New School American Chardonnay will definitely pair well with anything creamy or packing plenty of umami. A really rich mushroom-centric dish is actually pretty ideal here. Let's talk about Rieslings, an aromatic white wine variety that produces whites ranging in styles such as bone dry to very sweet. Germany is the world's most important producer of Riesling. Riesling might be the world's most popular dessert wine. Most people think of a Riesling as a super sweet wine, and in a lot of cases it can be really sweet. But there are some off-dry Riesling wines that make a great pairing to spicy Indian and Asian cuisines. So a continuing trend is to pair your Rieslings with spice-forward foods. Rieslings go well with some Indian dishes that pack a ton of spice, along with some more savory stuff. So let's talk about Moscato. The word Moscato is the Italian name for Muscat Blanc, one of the oldest wine grapes in the world. The Muscat family of grapes includes over 200 grape varieties belonging to the Vitis vinifera species that have been used in wine production and as raisin and table grapes around the globe for many centuries. Their colors actually range from white to yellow to pink to near black. One of the most popular Moscato wine styles is based on the Italian wine called Moscato Diaste from the Piedmont region in Italy. These wines tend to have perfumed aromas of mandarin orange, ripe pear, sweet mild lemon, orange blossom, and honeysuckle. The wine's unique floral aroma is from an aromatic compound called linalool, which is also found in mint, citrus flowers, and cinnamon. Some of the Moscato wine styles we can look at are quite common and can be found growing throughout the world. For example, there are Muscat-based wines in France, Italy, Austria, Greece, Israel, and even Australia, but each region has its own style. Sparkling and semi-sparkling Moscato. So the Italian wines of Moscato Diaste, which is semi-sparkling, and Asti Spumante, which is sparkling, are the classic examples. But you'll discover wines labeled Moscato are typically made in this style, such as Orcentori Moscato di Pavia. The best wines are highly aromatic and sweet, but perfectly balanced with acidity, bubbles, and a clean minerally finish. Still Moscato, so not the sparkling versions, for example, or Beringia Moscato or Lindemann's Moscato, are also made with Muscat grapes. Moscato is a style that has become increasingly popular over the past couple of years or so. It's bright and fresh, but it still has a distinct softness to it, which makes it infinitely drinkable. It's not really a surprise that more people are discovering and falling in love with Moscato. It's a really versatile wine that pairs well with so many foods, and it is definitely fun to drink, especially as a new wine drinker. So what are some of the best foods to pair with your Moscato? So because it's usually so fresh, light, and fun, it makes an ideal partner for a crisp summer salad. Or it actually pairs really well with spicier foods such as our Jamaican jerk chicken or even some Thai dishes, for instance. It won't overpower the food, and the spice in this case would actually only serve to complement the wine. We've explored the wonders of varietals, whites in particular. So join us next week as we explore popular red varietals. Until next time, happy sipping!